up? What's up? What's up?
What's
Good morning,
up?
everybody. Good morning, Brick World. Good morning, chat, and good morning, panel. So I'm sure everybody probably can see right off the bat. We are missing somebody. Missing somebody today. Brick Babe has been doing better, but she was having some. I don't want to get into too much detail, but she was having, I guess, some chest pains, and I've already told her already take a few Sundays off, even more if you need to. I mean, you had some serious health issues going on. I mean, you're recovering, but so she was all feeling bad about it. And I told her, it's like, stop it, don't feel bad. We'll be all right. Everybody will miss you, but we'll be okay. Macro with the $5 donation. Holy cow! Thank you so much, Macro. Let me do a thing here real quick. Oh my gosh, should we do a macro donation? I mean, it is early, but
Let's say first thing in the morning.
Let's do it. Macro don't mess around, dude. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you very much. So like I said, Brick Babe won't be here today, but she's okay. She's just kind of taking it easy today, just resting up and recovering. So we have a really awesome show today. We're gonna be talking about micro builds in the second hour, and I have to tell you, I am quite fascinated. I've always been fascinated with micro builds. The amount of wow and even detail you can get from something that's so minimal, it just amazes me. And I have to tell you, if I didn't have like this crazy stupid amount of space behind me, I would take full advantage of trying to like work on micro cities and stuff like that. Which I forgot to ask you right before the show. Bearded Brix, can you send me the link, remember, or can you tell me where you sent it last time for that dude? What was his name? Rocco?
Oh, I've got it pulled up. I've got like 5 things ready to queue.
Yeah, because I've got some pictures, but I forgot about his stuff, and his is on a massive. See, and we'll get into it, but I think there's a lot of
micro.
I know, and it's weird because that's something we'll get into in the second hour. But like the definitions, I think a lot of people are kind of misinformed about what might be micro, what might be like MIDI scale, that kind of stuff. So we have some really awesome stuff to show you guys. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. First, also want to say hi to the replay gang. What's up?
What's up?
We appreciate you. Glad you're here. I want to say also to everybody, before I forget, an early happy Thanksgiving. Or, if you don't celebrate it, then whatever you might celebrate on that day, a happy whatever it is you celebrate on that day.
If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, eat something good anyway.
Yeah, man, have some good food. Most of us, not all of us, but most of us have the day off. Some of us even have Black Friday off. That's been something I've seen more and more throughout the years. So yes, happy holidays to you. I also want to mention before we get into the good mornings that there are some mad deals going on right now all over the place.
I've got all of those queued up also.
Dude, yeah. And I just want to mention real quick that I went ahead. I wasn't going to do it, but I went ahead and I got me something from Lego.com this weekend to take advantage of the 4 times the VIP points or insider points.
Did you buy the train?
I did. Good
That's
call.
What everybody bought. I don't know why nobody bought that Harry Potter set. Cheaper.
The train was right in the middle with the price. You know what I mean? And I got almost 6,000 points, dude. And plus, I had to get the cozy house also because I said might as well spend an extra $50, and that way I get the gift of purchases, which I'm gonna sell. But
yeah, I placed the $250. Well, the whole order was like $380, but I placed a $250 pick-a-brick order just to get that house.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it. I'm glad it's cool I got that, but you know what? Gift of purchase I did miss out on though. Galileo. Dude, I've been meaning to do that for like 3 weeks, man. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and get into these good mornings and get this show on the road. Johnny Builds, good morning. Says, howdy, all. Packing up my AT-ATs to head to the Pittsburgh Trolley Museum. Rock on, man. He says AT-ATs. That's plural. So I wonder how many you're packing up. Brix in the house. What's going on? Brix reminds me, Rosso, real quick. Every once in a while, I'll promote something. You know, if somebody wants, you know, something special going on. And Brix brought to my attention somebody that is on Twitch, a friend, and they are trying to get this person over 200. So I said, you know what? I'll go ahead and help you out. I'll promote the person. It's La Lego, and I'm going to go ahead and put the link to their Twitch channel in the chat. And I will also just show you guys real quick what the channel looks like. All right, there we go. All right, so that should be put in the chat. Let me share the screen, and I'll show you guys, and then we'll get back to the good mornings. I just wanted to make sure I did that before I forgot. So, but yeah, you know, like I said, every once in a while, I like to help people out. So this is their Twitch channel. I'm not on Twitch too much. I'm not even logged in right now. But it's La Lego Greg B. So go over there and show some love. Tell them Good Morning Brick World sent you. All right. All right, back to the good mornings. Multicast Geek, good morning. Says Johnny Builds, have a safe road trip. Yes, please do have a safe road trip. Traveling with AT-ATs can be, be complicated sometimes. You know, it depends on how many you got. Big Nate Brix in the house. What's going on? Hey, good morning, Brick World. Brick Lock, what's going on, Mr. Lincoln? Good morning to you, my Bricks and me. Good morning, good morning. How are you today? Thank you for being here. EMS Bricks Renee, what's going on? Your package has been sent for your prize. I apologize for it taking so long. I think they said it would be there Tuesday or Wednesday. So look up for that. Fall Equinox, what's going on? How are you, Autumn? Glad to see you. It says, good morning, everybody. Wishing to those that celebrate a happy Thanksgiving. Couple. Yep. I'm going to be actually having Thanksgiving in South Carolina.
Traveling.
It's one of the Carolinas. I got to double check which one. I really should know, but see, here's the part about having a wife that is extremely talented and organized and like all this other stuff. It makes me complacent. If she like left me or something happened to her, dude, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, I wouldn't be able to survive, but I'd be in trouble, man. I haven't had to like mess with bills for like a decade. We just take money, you know, like she just takes money out of a check and just pays bills. Anyways, all right. Let's see. Brick Stage Pass, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Oh, he just put out a castle video a few days ago. I started watching it and then I got distracted. I gotta go back and watch it. But definitely go check that out. Brick Stage Pass makes some really awesome stuff with castles for sure. I mean, not just castles, he's a really awesome mod builder in general, but he's just kicking some good stuff with castles right now. Steve Weiser, what's going on? Good morning to you. How are you, my friend? Goblin Zero, good morning, my friend. How are you? Alternate candidate, how are you doing? Thank you all for being here so much. Macro Bricks, I love you, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to get to see all of you, as many as possible, at Brick World Chicago this year. That's another thing I meant to mention real quick. I don't remember if we had it on the news or not, but if you're gonna go, I'm telling you, don't procrastinate. I heard, I don't know how true it is, I heard the hotel rooms are booked out now. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. Things could happen, maybe change, but I heard that the other day. And I mean, I already got mine booked. I got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 days booked. But you guys, this is going to be, I'm not even stretching or elaborating or joking or whatever. This is without a doubt going to be the biggest Lego convention ever. Dude, it was popping like at the seams last year, and then more people were going to come this year. I'm telling you. So just don't procrastinate if you really plan on going. Also,
I still have yet to see on there where you can buy the tickets that aren't just public tickets for like
it's I don't know how to explain it right off the top of my head, but I mean it's there. It's I don't, but I think you might. I can't remember if you have to create an account or not. But Sean the Right Way, the ACOB boys had a stream the other night with Mark on there. Mark is, in charge. He's like owns Brick World, in charge of it, all that stuff, runs it. But they did a pretty intensive stream that answered a lot of questions and stuff like that. And so, definitely go check them out for more detailed stuff. And Sean brought up a good point about the hotel room that pretty sure if you book the hotel room, they only will take like a day right now as like a down payment or something like that. So if you don't have the money right now to pay for a whole week, I think if you just pay for a day, you'd be all right. So, but just definitely look into it. Because like I said, it's gonna be popping, man. Like I'm today probably I'm gonna check into the display options for tables. I can't even remember if that's up or not for registration, but that's another one, man. I'm not even gonna wait on. I'm gonna get it going. I don't need a lot of space. I'm only gonna probably do one bike instead of two bikes this year. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. I just want to make sure I threw that out there because I don't want you all to forget. Okay. Let's see here. Good morning, Christine Harper. Good morning. How are you? Drew, what's up? How you doing, brother? Drew out there traveling, doing the travels right now. Let's see here. Rob Claxton, good morning. Good morning. Cheers to you. Kraus Travels, good morning. I hope I said Kraus right. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. Kraus Travels, good morning. Brick World, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Click and Cliff, yo, good morning. Miss Amby, good morning to you. Thank you also for being here. Let's see here. Miss Amby, I remember reading something about some sigfigs you were sending out. Let me know if you have an extra. I will, I want everybody to send me sigfigs. I mean, obviously you saw the intro. It's huge, as far as sigfigs go. But if you don't have the money, I mean, reach out to me. Maybe I could help you with shipping or something or whatever. Let's see here. Oh man, the chat just jumped on me. Camel City Brick House. What's up? What's up? How you doing this morning? Chef T in the house. Good morning, Chef. Rob says I gotta work Black Friday. Ugh, that sucks, man. And depending on what your job is, it might suck even more. But I hope your Black Friday goes smooth. And
I decided I have to go in Black Friday, but I don't have to be there on time. I can go in late, but it's not going to be very busy at all. So it's going to be kind of boring.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, dude. Like in the past, I never really cared too much, but now that I'm a Lego head, it's
The thing is, though, I agree with you, but I want to get into it more on the news. All the deals are better online anyway.
For sure, I agree. Because and first of all, the Lego store. I mean, yeah, they've been actually see something people used to bring up to me a lot, man, about the premium part is they don't put their stuff on sale because it's premium, right? And then more and more and more and then more, like you're seeing all this stuff on sale. I mean, it's only like 20% tops, but still, I just find it funny. Anyways, King Oldendorf, dude, Jude, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad to see y'all here. I bought another cargo train as well. Gotta love the yeah, man. I don't need that cargo train by any means, but I was like, well, I'll put a couple more. What are they called? Not the part of the car that's each
the cars.
The cars. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll put a couple more cars on my train. You know what I mean? I got an extra motor now. It's so whatever. But 4 times the points and then everything else. Ricardo, good morning to you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Who else is in the house? Topic Bricks. What's up, Topic Bricks? Man, Topic Bricks. Dude, if you buying stuff on Whatnot, go check out Topic Bricks, man. He been selling some stuff, man. Oh, wow. That link didn't go through in the chat. It says, have trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection. All right. I'll try again. Sorry about that, Bricks. I don't know why the link didn't go through. At least it didn't seem to go through on my end. Let's see here. But yeah, like I said, Topic Bricks, man, he'd be selling a lot of mad, especially Harry Potter stuff on whatnot. Highly recommended. It is international though, so be aware of that. Let's see, Bricklock, what's up, my friend? He will be dressing up as Peter Pill. Oh, that's right. Okay. Where are we at here? I was like, I think I said hello. Oh, there's Cabbage Face. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Hand Scotty, what's up? What's up? What's up? How are you, my friend? King Gondorf says, oh, wait. I feel like it's been 9 months to me. Member for 19 months. Goodness gracious. Let's do this.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
There we go. Join me, King. We'll rule the galaxy together. Steve says, bought the boutique hotel and a couple other sets to get that winter market stall. Yeah, I'm going to be selling them. I mean, I don't know if I'll be selling them right away, but I'll definitely be selling them. I have no interest in keeping those at all. Even the Wizard Majesto one or whatever.
The Majesto one is kind of lame. I'm not going to lie. It has a high price point, but
I get it if people are into that, man, especially like the castle heads and all that stuff, dude. I totally get it. As a matter of fact, I even regret trading my Forestman's hideout now. I've been kind of looking for, but not because of the castle aspect to it or nothing, just because I'm like, oh, that was a pretty decent tree I could put up in the forest, you know. So let's see here. Where are we at? I think I got to just about everywhere. How I'm going to do the micro scale bikes and board. No, actually, I'm doing I don't even know what scale it would be. Mid scale, I guess. It's going to be a light cycle from Tron. I wanted to do the light cycle and the motorcycle from the anime Akira. I love that bike so much. And I'm going to try it, but it just depends. You know, I'm a slow builder. I'm not an experienced mock builder, you know, as far as like very experienced at all. So I have no idea how easy it's going to be, but I'm excited. Chef says I took Black Friday off. Yeah, if I had to work, I would have at least had to take the first half of the day off or something, man. So I could at least, you know. I know the purchase of badge has changed. Oh. And it looks like I got through all the comments. Rob says, Hypester, I work retail at Tractor Supply. Well, hopefully, I mean, it won't be too crazy, you know, at a Tractor Supply place on Black Friday. I mean, you know, we'll see. You know what? I want to play this again. Galileo. Figaro. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know as far as the Brick World stuff. Again, I was pretty tunnel visioned about it. I've already had an account and everything from like last year and stuff, so I was just like religiously plugging into my account, checking on stuff. And then as soon as I saw it, I was just like, click, 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 click. And I just did everything except for the display part, which again, if you're going to display, I don't know how fast it's going to go, but don't procrastinate. Because even last year they had to like maneuver some stuff around. I think some people gave up certain table spaces that they had. I mean, and granted, you probably could do that because a lot of people, and look, and I don't say this in any kind of an insulting way because, again, I'm very new at displaying, mocking, but it seems like some people really like to spread stuff out. You know what I mean? Like, or put a lot of stuff out. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get it, but you know, if there's tons, you know, like trying to constrict space and stuff, like
I've always noticed that you have the people that like me who have like the really big displays, and then you have the people that will bring like 100 Speed Champion style cars, and then they just like scatter an entire table with
that's
it.
why it's tough though. It's tough because yes, it's easier, or it's more difficult for you to try and give up space because you have like
Yeah.
one solid mock compared to somebody that has like 100 by Bionicle type build figures. You know what I mean? It's like, well, could you just maybe display 50 of them instead of 100? You know, but that's still in the same vein. Maybe they could look at you or another mock builder and be like, well, couldn't you just build a little bit smaller? You know what I mean? So
don't be bad mouthing Bionicle. Back up.
Look, I try and be respectful as much as I can. But I don't know. All right. Well, I guess we should go ahead and get into when news breaks, we fix it.
This week, we really don't have anything new.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot going on.
I didn't figure there would be. I figured with like Black Friday and everything, by now we would know everything that's coming out.
I mean, and let me make sure I phrase this correctly. There is kind of a lot going on, but when it comes to us, at the end of the week, there's not really a whole lot going on that, you guys haven't heard 50,000 times already. I will say though, real quick before we get into this, there were some, I guess, some leaks and stuff. Ryan just put out a video yesterday. I know LifeBricks put out one maybe a couple days ago. There's some new Star Wars stuff happening. So
the Star Wars stuff has been mentioned for a long time, and I think we're just finding out like a little more information as we go.
But yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't even know why I said brothers. It isn't. It's just Super Mario.
We're getting another Super Mario set, so I don't know. Everybody said that they were going to cancel this theme and go somewhere else, but they keep dropping new sets. This one,
this stuff must be selling, man.
It must be.
Because I feel like, okay, even if they were going to try and stretch it out, you know what I mean? If the stuff wasn't selling, they wouldn't have gone this long, right?
Yeah, well, not only that, I mean, if you take this set, for instance, I mean, they got those ship holes on there. That ship hole isn't cheap. So, like, for them to bring that back, because the last time we've seen that was in Pirates of Barracuda Bay.
I love that game, though.
Oh, yeah. Super Mario is awesome. And I love I actually, like I said before, I really like the Mario sets. I don't necessarily care for the fact that they seem kind of drawn out because they're playable. But the characters and everything, I really do like.
I like it, oh man, I don't even know what to say because I don't have really any. The only interest I've had in these sets so far is occasionally I see pieces I like, or something like that I want to incorporate into the city or something. But
well, like this set, for instance, I don't know if it's existed in this color before, but the lanterns that are on the side of the ship look white. I've only seen them in black and gray, and I could be really wrong.
Is that white? Is that white or is it gray?
It's white because the side of the ship's white, or it might be gray.
It looks gray to me, but I don't know. Chat, do you guys think it's white or gray?
But
because that seashell looks white.
I know for a fact the fish's wings are white, so it might be gray. I've never seen them in any color other than like dark bluish gray, or it's not even dark bluish gray. It's like that steel color.
Yeah.
Or black.
Now, I will tell you this. If I had an underwater looking type build, which I would like to do one day, like put one underneath like the ocean area that I have, I would totally want to get this and put it under there. I mean, it's a great looking wrecked ship build. So
yeah. Next up, we have finally got the real pictures of the Orient Express.
Yeah, and somebody was talking. I can't remember. Oh, I wish I could remember who it was.
I mean, it looks really good.
Oh, yeah, it looks great. I mean, I don't have any issues with the look. I really like for obvious reasons, it matches, but I mean, the color scheme to it and everything, I think they did a really good job with that. So I'm trying to remember. Somebody was talking about it, and I was agreeing. It was just, God damn, my memory sucks. It was just like yesterday. And they were talking about how it can't be motorized, but it's because of the weight of it.
It's
I
just
guess
built to.
it's just too heavy for your standard,
It's
motor
too bulky.
vehicle. Now I'm curious, and for everybody out there that's into trains, into the motor stuff, or is just a good engineer or just smart, could you stick 2 motors in this thing?
Well, I don't understand why it matters that it's heavy, because I mean the heaviness just slows down the motor. It would still be motorized, but the thing is you could take the cars off the back.
Yeah, but I would want to keep them on,
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying,
Um,
there's no way it can't be motorized. I mean, unless it's just impossible to attach the motor because of everything inside of it, like the way it's built.
and when I talk about this motorization stuff, I don't fault Lego at all for not motorizing them. I mean, it would just be more expensive anyways, you know what I mean? But like, I was just curious as us as fans and stuff, because I just bought that freight train, so
Well, this right here is a
know,
lot different though. Like, to me, the freight train is something you would buy to motorize to throw in like your city. This is more of a huge like a display piece.
no,
Oh,
I feel like, yeah, that's mainly obviously what people are going to use it for. I feel like some people might motorize it or whatever, but I would like to have it motorized in the city, because I don't. When I was talking about, I just got the freight train. I just meant like I really don't have a passenger train to use right now, unless I rebuild the Hogwarts or the other one that I have in pieces that I've taken the motors out of and everything. But this is a beautiful passenger train.
I mean, I love like I mean, I'm not a train guy. I do respect this set. I think this set is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I'm becoming more and more of a train person.
That's
To
how
the
you know
point
you're
now
getting old.
I've got a few, and I think I might have to get a train yard soon. What's that?
That's how you know you're getting old, when you start playing with trains.
Start playing with trains. Real quick, let me just say hi to a few people. Whiskey 488. What's up, Wayne? How you doing, brother? I'm here. Forgot what time it was playing Call of Duty. Nah, man, you're good. You're here exactly when you're supposed to be. Alternate candidate says Mario not selling well. Just finished product run. Sets already developed, so just clearing out. New Mario sets will be around summer next year. Brick Maniac, what's going on? Camel City says confirm white is a new color for Lantern. Oh, okay. And Brick says double motor and carriage. That's it, and have 3 carriages. Yeah, that's, I feel like, definitely the way to go. It would definitely help. That's for sure. Alternate case says, motorizing the Orient Express, probably not going to get it day one. Already mentioned ramen for the rest of the year.
Yeah, if anybody wants to donate alternate candidate like some SpaghettiOs or something, so he's not having to eat ramen.
Steve says trains rock. I run 9-volt. I would prefer that, and maybe one day I can make it happen, because I bought a rechargeable battery system for my trains, because I'm just like, dude, I can't just keep buying new batteries, man, because my train, I got so much track and stuff, man. So when I'm running that train, dude, like, it just kills it within, anyways. But yeah, very beautiful interior.
It looks really good.
Yeah, what's the price on this thing again? Do you know?
I think it's $250.
Yeah, I really like all the details in it, man. And it's a beautiful looking train. I think it would also look absolutely gorgeous. You got lights going on in it and stuff.
But next, let's start off with all these Walmart deals.
Yeah.
So Walmart has a ton of deals that are not only stuff that is new, but they're also like taking care of the clearance that's been there for a while and marking it down even more. You can find these advent calendars. All of the themed advent calendars have been knocked down, or IP'd advent calendars have been knocked down to $33.99, which is a lot more reasonable than $45 in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find like the city's been marked down to $26. The giraffe mold, which was I know a lot of people were talking about, was like the next big animal. That's marked down to like 30.
Yeah, I need to get up on that giraffe, man.
Like so these two sets right here, the Ministry of Magic and the Truck Ambush and Triceratops. This is like a double set that's 45, and now they've marked it down even more. So now it's 36.
And I bought it when it was 45.
When the Ministry of Magic came out, it was $100, and now it's $55.
So I'm telling you, dude, that's crazy.
I don't really know. I mean, the Minecraft sets are cool for pieces, but I don't know. That's not my style.
Yeah, I think once I get the Bricklink store actually up and running, I'll probably start buying that stuff for pieces when it's on major clearance, but that's about it. Usually these things are on rad deals. Like, what's this one going for right now? The Star Wars one?
Oh, it's for 45. And the AT alone was 50, but the Hoth Battle Pack was 20, so that's $70, and it's marked down to 45.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the advent calendar as well, $33.
Yeah,
man.
33,
I mean, dude.
But the advent calendar this year didn't really like. I really want the white. I guess it's just an Ewok. I don't think it's Wicket, but like the Palpatine and the Death Star sweater, and then of course the Trooper. All these little builds to me are just like.
I've never really cared too much for, and it's funny too because the topic is micro builds.
Yeah,
but I've never really cared too much for like a lot of those. I love that you get the Emperor's chair. That's definitely a highlight for me. And I do like. I almost feel like I should be collecting them at this point. All the different Gonk droids.
Yeah, I was gonna say the reindeer Gonk droid's pretty cool, but that's one of the things too that like. You'd be better off of just going to seeing what pieces it takes to make that and going to Bricklink and buying you like a $50 Bricklink order to make all of them because there's no printed pieces.
This is also a cheaper way to get Omega if you need that minifig. I agree with alternate candidate says check your local Walmart advent calendars, cheaper in store than online at my local. Yeah. Well, also just check them in general because, dude, all the local Walmarts are different. You know what I mean? And you might find some stupid clearance, man. Like I'm talking like up to 70% on stuff, man.
This city set right here with the 2 tractors. I mean, you get 2 tractors, 7 minifigures technically.
Yeah, that's a good deal, man. Look at that, dude. $20 for all that, dude. That is a good deal.
If they would have different type of vegetables in it, I would buy it. But I don't. If they would have corn in it, I would buy it definitely. Yeah. But I don't want to spend. I mean, I don't need any more carrots, and I'm not going to use the tractors.
The hay's good to have for I'm sure a lot of your mocks and stuff, but that's not worth buying for just hay.
No.
But I will say, like another thing too is like, dude, if you're trying to find deals and stuff, again, don't procrastinate, don't wait because you've got it. You're going to be battling against parents buying stuff for their kids. You're going to be battling against Bricklink store owners, and no fault, no shade. It's just, that's how business is. But I'm saying you're battling, and you're going to be battling against just other collectors and investors and stuff like that. So you got to be diligent.
All the speed champions have been marked down to $20, which that's a really good deal. Back to what they should be.
Mm-hmm. By the way, good morning to Nerd Brick 101. What is going on?
The 3-in-1 surf shop. Or beach house, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's a good. Look at that. That's more than 50% off too, man.
Yeah,
dude, you say.
I wish that dolphin was a mold though, and not a brick.
I know.
Dobie, which just came out, is already marked down to $28. If anybody doesn't have this 4+ set, I mean, I know it's not marked off crazy. It's only a couple dollars off, but
if you collect the dinosaurs, man, that's definitely.
The new Triceratops is marked down $10 off.
I love how they have the big pile of poo also.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole set is good.
It comes with that Jurassic Park Jeep.
Right, and that's an awesome Jeep. Plus 2 cool minifigs. By the way, what's up? Brick Brix in the house says Target got some good deals right now too. Yep. We mentioned Target earlier.
Yeah, I've got Target pulled up and Lego.
Yeah, because I bought not the 330s, the 187th.
Yeah, the one that was $25.
Yeah, I bought that, and then I bought the Boba Fett throne room because that was $49, dude. I was like, that's 50% off, man. I'll just hold on to that for a while and see what's up.
I
also
is marked down $15.
Yeah. So speaking of the helmets, man, little investment thing I've been picking up on is, because the helmets are retiring. So, it's a good time to maybe scoop some up if you want to try and maybe invest in some. I might actually get the actual, like one of Luke's helmet and one of the Bush, Leia's helmet, just to kind of hold on to. Rula, what's happening? Too bad no Walmart or sales like that in Europe. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That sucks. I would hope that they have something out there for you guys that's similar, that you could find good deals at. What's that one place that you guys always go to? I want to say it starts with an S. I can't think of the name right now.
I don't know.
I know that the AT. Am I saying that right? I can't remember if it's the AT. But that's been on sale a lot lately.
ATST?
Yes, ST. No, ATTE, not ET.
Yeah. That's the normal price it is right now. That's not really a deal. This Dilophosaurus is knocked down to $16. The Starry Night is I think that Walmart's just trying to advertise it just for the simple fact that it's being harder and harder to find. Of course, the 332nd is marked down to $16. The Yoda is marked down $12. I mean, it really just all the other stuff down here below is older stuff that we've seen that are on clearance. And I think Walmart's just trying to push their stock that they have.
Right.
But I mean, there's definitely some deals to be had here. Besides this, I was about to say, Lego is actually doing a ton of offers. You get, of course, I don't know how many, which I know it's a high price point, but I don't know how much more this is going to last, because I feel like a lot of people made some big purchases this weekend.
Well, I'll tell you what one of my mistakes was going to be, because they're going to do that Majesto set also for Black Friday. So I was going to just wait, but I'm telling you, dude, the chances of that thing still being around on Black Friday are probably slim to none. Dude, everybody's been buying on Insiders weekend.
I know Lego, so like Lego marked their advent calendars down a little bit. If you want my honest opinion, I know you're going to save money, but I would actually spend the $6 more that you can spend on Lego's website to get the advent calendars if you're wanting them, just to get the points.
I agree. I agree.
Just one of those.
Blocksmith Forge, what's up? Good morning. So Xavier has some great deals in UK right now, dude. Yeah, there's look, we're just mentioning like the big guns right now, the Walmarts, the Lego stores. I know we mentioned Target, but I'm telling you, like, guys, Xavi, even I can't think of the link that you go through to go to buy stuff. I don't know, but you get like money back, that kind of stuff. There's all kinds. Somebody had mentioned, I don't remember if it was Stud City, if it was Ryan or somebody, man, and mentioned about like at one particular time, and you can catch these if you're smart. You go through that link so you get cash back, and then you can get things on sale and then apply like your points. And like, there's like so many ways, like you can really, really take advantage of like gift purchases and all the double points and all this stuff. So, Star Wars Advent is only $26 at Target. Yeah, it depends on, like you said, which direction you want to go. Because, like I said, or like Rich was saying, that you buy them here, you get points.
I mean, I personally think the Advent calendars are one of those things that they have like a cult following. I don't think they're a good deal at all. I mean, that's just me. Even the prices, the pieces that are in them for the price you pay, you're not going to do too much with them.
I never will pay a full price for an Advent calendar, man. No. Even when they were like $5 cheaper.
And a lot of the thing is if you can wait and you can find them, the Advent calendars will drop like almost double, like half price in a couple weeks. When it gets closer and closer to Christmas, they try to.
The only thing is, you got to be diligent, because once they start dropping in prices, everybody's going to snatch them up. So you just got to keep an eye on them.
They have the save the $40 off the Captain America shield, which I don't really like that build, but that's just me.
Mm.
The $20 off the NASA Apollo 11 lander. I would have bought this if I didn't already have it.
Yeah, I know. I've already got it too, which I'm actually thinking about selling mine. So yeah, this is where like you get the 3 times points, 4 times points, stuff like that. I just wanted to go the whole 9 yards and try and get something that was 4 times points. So that's why I got the train.
I really thought about ordering the dream sets.
Dude, I love that tree, man.
But I just can't. I don't know.
I think it was Macari. I'm pretty sure it was Macari, man. They had that Dreams tree, just the tree, for like $60. Like it didn't have like the figs, but it had the tree, the stickers, and the instruction booklet for $60, man. I was really thinking about getting it.
The ×4 with the freight train, the BMW, and then the chamber.
The BMW is nice, man, but I'm just not paying $250 for that thing, dude.
Yeah.
I know it sounds stupid because I paid $200 for the freight train, but I guess it's principles. I don't know. I almost got the Chamber of Secrets because that's a lot of figs.
Yeah, I've already bought this once and I built it and I had it around here and I ended up selling it to Camel City just so they could sell it. It was one of those things that I don't know why I bought it, but now that it's back at like ×4, I'm thinking about it again.
Chat, did you guys get anything? Like, let us know. And out there, in Chatland, did you guys happen to? I mean, not just with Lego, but just in general, like any of the stores. Did you take advantage of anything this weekend? That snake was pretty cool too. Oh yeah, there's a reward center.
Yeah, I was gonna say you better. They do this contest every time, and I've never heard anybody ever hitting it.
Dude, I'm sure some people win stuff. I don't know about that one, but you guys, tell me this is not gambling. Tell me this is not gambling.
But I will tell you that if you have to pay attention the way this website works, you need to go to your insider and you need to find, like, if you're going to buy this, you need to click redeem. Like, see, the Luke Landspeeder sold out. The deal on these are sold out. And it emails you a code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to really watch what you're doing. I've actually screwed myself a couple times not paying attention to the details.
The little tape player is not bad for 2,400 points.
It'd be awesome if you could put like a real cassette in it, dude. I like a lot of this stuff too, man. I do. Oh, win a signed Lego event. I mean,
I'm gonna win it.
In it to win it. In it to win it. What's everybody saying out there? Alternate candidate says points matter up to around 30,000. So we'll be using that on Museum and or Orient Express to help my wallet. Yeah, I've got about 100, 120 or so dollars in points. I'll be using that on the Avengers Tower. Big Nate says, what's that?
I was going to say Lego knocked all of their other, like, I guess
50%. God damn, 50%. You don't see that often on Lego. Wow. Oh yeah, by the way, something else I got with that purchase this weekend was the cup and cookie cutters. You know what I'm talking about?
The Lego cup and cookie cutters?
Yeah. I got the Majesto's house, that Santa's house thing, or whatever, Santa, the winter, the winter,
the little stand.
Yeah. And then I got like a cup and cookie cutters or something. So I was like, well, Mrs. Hive does like to make cookies. So let's see here. Big Nate says I was going to get a few things on lego.com this weekend, but my wife got to Costco's first. Money all gone. Costco got some good ass sales too, man. Honestly, I've seen a few different people talking about that. Blacksmith Forge says I've been keeping an eye out for the 42146, but so far I haven't seen a good enough deal.
Yeah, I don't know that you're gonna find that on like a good deal for a little while.
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, well, and plus that's a random set to try and find anywhere beyond Lego. I mean, I would definitely check like Barnes and Noble. That'd be a good place to look. Mrs. Neverland, good morning. How are you? Alternate can it says got the cup and cookie cutter gift with purchase on the way. Gonna be a Christmas gift. Yeah. So yeah, then we got Target.
Target's a little better on the deals, but the problem is that, I mean, there's definitely a lot more, but they're like I mean, you know, for instance, the Donkey Kong set, it's only $5 off. The bouquet is only $5 off. You know, the Speed Champions is $5 off.
Yeah, the big ones like that I saw was the ones I got, like the Boba's Palace, that one right there. And look, I know everybody's like probably whatever, but I got a feeling just like with the 501st Battle Pack, man, you know, yeah, there were tons of them, dude, but once they're gone and retired, man, people are going to regret not buying more or not buying them at all.
We were talking about this yesterday, and I know that this is more of an investment standpoint, but so everybody knows by now, I've got like, I think it's like 52 battle packs of all the different, like, I've got 187th, the battle tanks. I think I stopped at 10 battle tanks or the fighter tanks. I've got, if I'm not mistaken, 25 501st, and the rest are 332nd. And if you buy the set like this right here at $25, the 187th that are in it are worth like $8 a piece, if not more. So I mean, you're really like buying the figs, which means that if you buy this set and hold on to it, or open it up and set the minifigures to the side, you're gonna like. I have a feeling in a couple years I'm probably going to be sitting on a nice little chunk of change with all these clones.
Well, not only that, but I've sold, like, I can't tell you how many of those packs I bought, you know, since they've been out. And I've sold almost all the figs out of all of them, but I've got all the tanks and stuff still in the bags and all the boxes, right? So I'm either going to sell those tanks, you know what I mean, individually, or piece it out or part it out, or you could take like 8 of them and make something incredible with it. I'm good ending my work week with 55 hours. Damn, Mrs. Neverland, you be working. Renee says we hit Lego stores and online Costco, Walmart, and Target yesterday. I had to get some more inventory sold a lot out of the store this week. Yeah, I mean, for Bricklink store owners and stuff, like, you know, this is definitely the time, you know, because I've got this persona. I haven't used it in a while called Lego Hunter B. And, you know, it's when I go out there just looking for deals. And, you know, a piece of advice I can give to a lot of people is like, you know, obviously know your Walmarts and Targets in your area. Keep an eye on what they have in inventory and check them regularly around these times. You know what I mean? Because like I said, once they start dropping, people will, and not just people, I'm telling you, there's tons of actually people that work in the stores.
Oh yeah,
that have caught on to this, man.
We've talked the longest time. If you're a Hot Wheels collector, or if you're like anything that has to do with like Black Series or wrestling figures or any of the Marvel figures, if there's like a hard to find figure or a chase figure, normally 9 times out of 10, by the time them cases are cracked open to be put on the shelf, somebody's already taken it.
Yeah, I mean, and the only reason I say it is because there have been a small handful of times where, like, I've lived right next to a Walmart. I've checked it. It was, you know, regular sale. I'll go back about maybe an hour, check it again just for whatever. And then I went down to drop the clearance. I go there within that hour, man, gone. And I'm like, yes, it's true. Somebody maybe could have beat me to it, but I've just been like, no, I'm telling you, man, there's definitely been a lot of employees. Like I said, they're catching on to some of this stuff, and they know before any of us.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie.
They can just, you know, hide it or whatever.
This was like 6 years ago, maybe. I mean, no, it was a lot longer than that. Never mind. It was like, God, probably 15 years ago. I picked up working at Target as just a side gig for Christmas one season. And they asked me what I wanted to do. And I was like, I just want to put up freight and get paid. And they asked me if there was a section I would like to be in. And I chose toys. And I was that person. I mean, I'm not going to lie, that when I was cracking those cases open, I was keeping what I wanted on the cart. And every day after work, I would buy it. So, I mean,
and like, I'm not necessarily hating. I'm just saying it's just somebody you got to compete with, you know. But that's what I've learned, you know, in this Lego Hunter B stuff is like, yeah, you're competing with the employees if they caught onto it. But you've got investors, and then you've got like Bricklink store owners that are buying stuff to part out, you know what I mean, and sell. And then you're just dealing with your regular average Lego hunters, you know what I mean? Your regular people trying to get deals.
The collectors and the hunters or the collectors and the investors are who you really have to look out for, because people don't realize that, like, just like how we are with Lego and like we're, oh my God, we have to have that. There is people that know about some of these figures and some of these like cars and stuff like that. They know they're going to drop months before, you know, the actual release of them. So they're anticipating all this, and they know when to go and where to go and how to get it.
Right. And you know, everywhere is different. I feel like out a little more towards the Midwest for some reason is where most of the insane Walmart clearances are.
Yeah.
Man. Like I see my friends out there posting stuff online, and I'm like, 70% off, dude.
Friesen Bricks always finds these like killer deals, and I'm like, I've never even saw that.
Fick, Life Bricks, and BFab. I mean, other people too, but those three in particular are always like finding these crazy deals, man. And you know, it's just your particular area. And look, that happens here too. It's just a little more rare. And you know, I think you got a lot more competition because you're in a more dense, you know, city environment. So before we end the news, there's something, you know, a couple things I wanted to go over also with something that I had seen on Promo Bricks, and I wanted to ask about it, see what you guys think. So before I get to what I wanted to talk about, I noticed there was a couple of new things on here I thought I'd bring up. One was this really cool fig coming out, and this cool fig for Dreams. Now, I can only assume this is just over and across the pond. Seeing if it actually said.
Yeah, we don't get the full bags.
But there are a couple Lego magazines that we do get, but they're not like the foil bags. Yeah, you're right. Like we get blocks. If you go to Barnes and Noble, I know they have blocks, and then there's another one that they have. But yeah, I was just like, man, that's a really rad fig. What else we got here? I guess there wasn't really anything else I wanted to go over except for just what I was wanting to. All right, so this. All right, Lego House 3D printer tested. And I don't know, I didn't read this entire article, definitely like word for word, but I was a little confused because it seems like it's just putting your name and stuff on a brick. And if that's the case, I'm like, well, that's nothing new. So why is this in the news?
I think it's because it's like I think that what Lego is trying to do is open up a lot more of the customization type things to us. Because, you know, it wasn't until a couple years ago when they really started putting the printable minifigures machines in stores.
I don't know. I just was like, what am I missing here? I mean, I guess maybe because it's on a brick instead of a torso.
Maybe.
And they're putting it on a keychain.
When you get a custom keychain.
I don't know, man. I feel like an ass because I was just like, whoopee. I mean,
yeah, but you know how. But on their standpoint, like to us, it doesn't mean anything. But you know how is it like a kid goes in there and the kid's like, well, you know, how many times have you seen? You go into like a random gas station and they have all those things, the spinner rack full of everybody's name on like a thing.
I want my license plate. I want my license plate.
Yeah, well now you get your name on a Lego brick.
Right on.
And Lego did it kind of smart that way because how many times? I mean, you know, me and you have pretty common names, but if you go in there and your name is spelled weird and you're like, oh, they never have it. Well, guess what? Now you can print your own to make sure it's spelled right.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, definitely. Definitely good.
We got Brick Babe in the house.
What, Brick Babe? What's up, Brick Babe? We miss you. He says I miss you guys so much. Now, you know, it's all good. We miss you too. Everybody misses you. I mean, look how boring the show is, you know, without you.
It looks a lot better on here, but it is kind of, you know, let down a little.
Man. But yes, I hope that you're doing well and you're feeling better. So yeah, I mean, like I said, that's pretty much the deals. I still kind of regret, not getting. But sorry, I've been trying to catch up, not having to be able to do it for the last few weeks. But yeah, I kind of regret not getting. Even Mrs. Hive was like, "I'm kind of surprised you didn't get that." Something to get that.
But that Galileo will probably be. Have you seen how much it's reselling for? Just out of
45,
curiosity.
50. I think about 45, 50 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. I might have got it mixed up with a different gift purchase, but because that's one of the because that's one of the good gift purchases, man. I mean, look, any gift purchase is nice, man. You get anything for free, you know what I mean? Buying something is great. But like that Christmas stand one, I mean, I guess it's all right. I mean, you'd think somebody like me would really like it because it probably look really nice in the city. And I got to tell you something I'm really thinking about doing. And I saw Danny, Danny Bob do this. Made a Winter Village set like on a shelf because Mrs. Hive was asking me about it because she was like, "Oh, yeah, I think it was the Santa's Visit one." She's like, "Wow, that looks nice. You should get that." Because she knows anytime there's a house or something, that would look good in the city. Like she always suggests it to me. But I was like, "Nah, it's the winter thing," because then I have to make the entire city.
Hey, how?
Yo.
You are like not missing much at all. You're way off on that price.
What do you mean?
They're $25 sealed.
Woo! Woo! I can't believe. Wait, you talking about the Galileo? That's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I mean, you can get them for like as low as 16 or $20 outside of the U.S., but the cheapest one in the U.S. is $24.78, and then right after that, it's like $25, $25, $25, $25, $25, $25, $25. So I mean, it's you could get that thing fairly cheap.
Yeah, I might have to actually go find that then and just buy it because I just feel like that's a nice one to have, man, for a later. Like I said, investment resale or even a giveaway. I mean, I've given away tons of gift purchases, you know what I mean, since I've had the channel. But like I was saying about the Winter Village thing is I was telling her, I was like, yeah, it would cost way too much to try and put white all over the city and make the whole place, winter.
Nah.
But then she was like, well, why don't you just like do like just a shelf with like a Winter Village thing? And I was like, oh. That makes a lot more sense. That's why I've never bought any winter stuff, man. Because I'm like, that's a whole task. Real quick, let's say I saw a couple things out here. Have you mentioned Lego on Newsweek? Yeah, so Newsweek. Look, I know this is gonna sound petty. But sometimes I don't like to mention too much stuff about Lego. We already support them enough. Now, look, Lego, I guess, has a big thing in Newsweek right now. They're doing like a huge article, like a special edition kind of Newsweek about them. So, yeah, go check that out. Lego Longoria, good morning to you. Alternate Kansas says you can always brick link the Galileo. Yep.
I thought most of the gift will purchase sets that have come out like that have now they might be like $40 for a little while, but they normally drop pretty fast.
Yeah, I think it depends on what it is. Certain ones drop, certain ones kind of hover the same, other ones go up some. I don't think any go up too much.
So even that Majesto's Workshop, let me see what it is in America. The cheap, I mean, you can buy one right now for $44.
Yeah, I think most of them hover around the $40, $50 range. I don't think they go too much more than that. Like the Monster Book of Monsters is another good one. I think that was, the Dickens one. I think that was another one that was pretty good. I don't know what the that good Star Wars one that came out with the fig.
I wish they would start doing the. I haven't. I guess the last one was. I don't even know. I think it was a general, but I wish they would start doing the gift with purchase for the minifigs again, like the polybag minifigs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird, man. Because they know minifigs how sought after they are, you know what I mean? And what
So everybody was flipping out about not being able to get that Disney 100-year celebration, and it's $25.
yeah, I feel like if now there are some exceptions. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know what I haven't looked at them in a while, but the Star Wars lightsabers, the Luke and then especially
Yeah,
the
but
one,
but
those
what I'm saying is like now, like you can still get it right now. If you wait a couple years, this stuff's probably going to be expensive. Don't get me wrong.
yeah. And again, just depends on what it is, stuff like that. And then sometimes stuff goes up randomly, like I don't know.
Another thing you really have to look at too, and people, I guess, don't pay a lot of attention to, but like so, right now Yoda's lightsaber, it was a promotional thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. The cheapest one that I see in here in the US is used, and it's $150. But the only special thing in that entire set is that little like printed plate. So if you want to build that, just go to Lego's website and find the instructions and buy the pieces. Like, unless
not only that, but I've got 3 lightsabers. I got the Yoda one, I got the Luke one, and then I bought a custom one from Brix in Lithuania. It was Qui-Gon's lightsaber.
But are they? You got the actual sets though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you built them?
Yeah, they're actually right down there.
Yeah. See, there's no point in not just trying to piece them together versus trying to spend that much on the set sealed.
Well, it just depends. Depends on what you want. I mean, if you just want just the lightsabers, you know what I mean? And yeah, if you want the actual, like, because you want the plaque or whatever, or you want them sealed or whatever the case would be, I get it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, a lot of different sets and gift purchases and stuff that, you could just piece together, because sometimes I wonder about selling some of the stuff I have, and I'm like, could I sell that?
So that printed piece that says Yoda's lightsaber is non-existent. No one's selling it.
I got one for sale for the right price. I didn't even think too much about that either, man, because I didn't buy it for the gift purchase because that came with the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Yeah, so Yoda's lightsaber, this guy is selling it brand new in a box, but the box is a 5 out of 10. There's 2 corners that are ripped, and photos can be desired for $275.
God dang, man.
So yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Luke's looks like it's starting somewhere around in America. It is starting somewhere around $100, 114.
And again, is it just a plaque?
Yeah, it's just a plaque.
Interesting.
Let's see if they have the plaque if anybody has that plaque for sale.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's none for sale either. So that's one of those things also that people don't realize, that when it comes to a gift with purchase, and like, hear me out, there might be some argument against this, but I promise you I'm right. If it is Star Wars, that's the only thing that people are going to go absolutely crazy about. Yeah. If it is another gift with purchase, especially something that's not, because Marvel's gift with purchases have all been kind of lame. Like, they keep giving us taxi cabs. And the taxi cabs...
Look, I obviously don't want to get on too big of a rant about this or not, but I will say, man, them not giving Star Wars fans more figs, dude, for like this kind of stuff blows my mind. Because like,
everybody keeps saying that it has to do with a deal with Hasbro, but Hasbro makes Black Series and then the 6.5-inch figs. What I don't understand, I mean the 3.5-inch. What I don't understand is what in the contract, what has that got to do with minifigs?
It doesn't. It doesn't. And that's something that we haven't been able to figure out. Like, Ryan did a really great in-depth video about this, man. That if you're interested, you should go check out. But even beyond that, even if they were to say like, yeah, it's just figures. Like we can't make figures. They won't, they've got a contract to make figures. We can't sell figures. We can't sell figures, but we can give them away, you know what I mean? And gift with purchases or poly bags or whatever the case may be. Like, like not.
Yeah, but if they're looking at it where you can buy a set and it comes with free minifigs, then okay, we'll make your own CMF line that comes with maybe a little build on each one and give the minifig away.
I will say something real quick, man. I need to rant about something real quick. I'm sorry. I need to rant about something real quick. I won't take too much time, but it's something I got to talk about. They are doing this 25th anniversary thing where they're going to be giving away, not giving away, but a special minifig is going to be coming with like a set, right? Which is cool, right? All right, whatever. The thing that I'm really upset about is one of the ones that sounds like it's going to be the coolest, Darth Malak, this really awesome Sith, is going to come with this R2-D2 that's $100 or whatever. I don't even know if it's $100, but I think it's $100. But the point is, from what I could tell, it's similar to almost the same as the one that just came out like a couple years ago. So I gotta buy the same damn thing to get that fig. Like they couldn't have put it out with something that hasn't come out or hasn't come out in a really, really long time.
The reason why they're doing that is the same way with the 20th anniversary figs. So the 20th anniversary was and Harry Potter did the same thing with the gold figs, and Ninjago's done the same thing with the gold figs. They want you to buy like an entire series or an entire run to get all the figs in it. With the 20th anniversary, all the minifigs are printed on the back that say 20 years. So they've done it to where there was stuff that was like, for instance, I think one of them has an X-Wing. One of them was the Anakin's pod racer.
Yeah, I remember. I'm just my point is like they're putting it in something that just came out. You know what I mean? Like
I just don't understand why
that is the biggest dick move I have seen in such a long time, man.
I don't know why we're getting another R2. If the price is $100, it has to be because they're lowering the price to, I guess.
Dude, they know we're all gonna buy it because of Darth Malak. I mean, dude, I am so tired of this premium company doing all this shady ass stuff, man. Like, like the modular gift for purchase, we're not going to put out with the modular or whatever. Like, dude, if you're so premium, live off of that. You know what I mean? If it's not good enough, you're like your premium product's not good enough to make money off of. You got to do all these waterboarding torture device techniques, man. You know what I mean? As far as gift of purchases and stuff goes, like I know you're a company, you want to make money, man, but like, come on, dude. Like, it's just so, oh man. Oh God. All right. That's enough. That's all I need. Okay. God, dude. I'm telling you, man, these things I think have lasting effects, man. You know what I mean? It's just so detrimental to do that. All right. Well, we're in the second hour.
Yes,
so we're going to go ahead and talk about some micro builds. All right. Let me go ahead and show the pictures that I have, and we'll get into that. And then we'll get into this crazy micro builder that Bearded Brix had brought to our attention at the meeting that does massive micro scale builds. All right, so let me share my screen. And you guys can see what we're talking about. And when we're talking about micro builds, there is a lot of different types of micro builds. So this is, oh, by the way, everyone that I could find, credit for, I applied it. But there was a couple, like, I just cannot find who actually did this stuff. But now there's all kinds of different micro builds, and probably the three main ones we're going to focus on today. Two of them are architecture, like a lot of medieval type stuff, castles, all that kind of stuff, and then city, and then some Star Wars stuff, like ships, micro build ships. But you can have micro builds out of like really anything. I mean, if you could scale it down. Now, what I find fascinating about a lot of micro builds is the techniques they use for different things. So, because you're limited,
you have to figure out how you, as a mock builder myself, when it comes to a Lego piece, like, that a minifigure is standard for what you want the size to be because you're building it almost to a minifigure scale. But when you're building micro build, you have to figure out how you can make that piece 7 times smaller.
So now I don't want to say anything about this stuff is easy, but I feel like some of the architecture, some of the rock building, or hills can be somewhat kind of easy. And when I say architecture, I'm talking about mainly just the main structure, because, you blocks, your slopes, it's when you get into like windows, trees, leaves, columns, like these or just even, trying to get that main structure into a more detailed scale. That's when things get a little more interesting. So I'm pretty sure you guys can see my mouse arrow here. This blows my mind. And I know it's something very simple, but I wouldn't have thought to do this. Not this column, but just the little side piece on the column. Or see this right here. These are things that I don't know if this person, this mock me is like just studying really hard of actual architecture and then trying to see what would work best, what would fit. But there's so many things in this one right here, man, that I'm like I was saying, like the main structure, these rock slopes, the hills, like that's not easy, but it's not as difficult as what works good as a tree. What works good as leaves, because see, he's even got 2 different types of things for the leaves. All right, so let's check out another one. So this one, the contrast of the colors in this is so amazing.
Isn't that never mind. I was about to say that almost to me reminds me of the Game of Thrones
Yeah,
what's it called? Cersei's castle.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get that vibe. Yeah. And again, I know it seems like when you look at it, you think that would be just simple, but there's so many times I'm like, I don't know if I would have just thought of. I mean, I guess if you're trial and error, you would have. But like the trees, and it isn't just one color. Like you put a couple different colors in here, right? Then you got this water, but it's like purple. So it's just it's a beautiful contrast of colors. A light green pasture, you got your tan for the rocks, for like almost a border. And it looks like I don't know if it's just supposed to be mountains or maybe if there's some maybe snow caps. I feel like it's just mountain work. And then you've got this beautiful castle that's only 2 colors. But the way that they applied everything, man, it just, again, just beautiful. And okay, so this slope piece, that might have been a fairly easy piece to try and think of to use, but I don't think I would have thought about like these little pieces. I forget what they're called. And even I noticed also on the side here with some of these, I guess, windows, maybe they put the pegs in there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was a solid choice or not, but
well, if you look at the pegs, it gives you a straight line.
That's right. That's right. Good call. All right, let's go on to. I got another one by Mockmate. So yes, this one definitely gives more of a. I almost thought of a church vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that reminds me of like a cathedral.
Yeah, like a cathedral.
Almost.
And I feel like this is definitely more of a snow-capped mountain area because you look at the trees and definitely got that snow on top of the green. Just again, beautiful architecture, beautiful color work. Dude, this up here was a beautiful touch because I noticed it's not on the ones down here, but just like this main one. Good stuff. I just absolutely amazing. All right. So this gentleman, Jeff Friesen, I hope I said that right. We used one of his builds actually on the thumbnail as well, but I credited him in the description. So this guy that I've seen does a lot of amazing city work. A lot of like
Metropolis.
yeah, almost like a futuristic retro type stuff too.
Yeah.
Dude, I've looked at this over and over again. So you got your roadways, right? That's one of the first things I noticed. Not just a roadway, but it's a bridge. But then, like over here, you got your tunnel. A lot of different colors for the buildings. Definitely a lot of this retro with the circular patterns. This one, I don't know for sure if this was architecture or something else because this looks like fire pieces. So I was almost wondering if the building was on fire or if that was architecture. And again, this is something I see a lot with these types of builds. You know, get the little micro figs, use them as statues. You got your sewers. Just a lot of good stuff. I know I got something else. Oh, yeah. I don't know if this was his or not. It wasn't credited. But I just really thought it was interesting because you got basically like a sci-fi, your medieval stuff. You know, you got your boat down here, your docks. Love the stairs going up, and then of course you got your metropolitan, type build. This building is very interesting to me. Got the fish down here. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so this is definitely I know one by Jeff Friesen. Got it up here, his name. Again, dude, just amazing stuff. You get subway train down here. You got your ocean next to the docks.
The cruise ship.
Yeah, cruise ship. Yeah. Definitely, I love you got the string in here for the construction building, and you look even got the building half built, and you can see the pieces just like laying down. Ah, man. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I really do. I really would like to try and get into this stuff. I didn't know whose this one was, but I thought it was just a nice little display of using this for the H for the helicopter pad. And I feel like what I'm about to say will apply to who will show here soon, that Rocco gentleman. If I feel like if you were going to do something big, you can build like a little section like this, right? And then like another little section, and just keep putting them all together and make your own like giant micro city. All right, so here's moving into some Star Wars stuff. This is just so simple, but again, so effective. I just thought it was a wonderful little build. Just wanted to show it off. I wish I know who did this, but I just thought it would be a good example. This is some stuff from Brick Vault. Even on a micro scale, it is amazing how you can get some of the stuff, to look. And I think I've even seen some smaller. Because these are small, but I'm pretty sure I've even seen smaller than this. Yeah, definitely good stuff. So that's
cool.
Yeah, dude. Because you could tell how small this is. But man, I thought that was such a great use of pieces and parts, and just I don't know, man, just really, really great. Sorry, I can't see the chat when I'm doing this. I'll have to go back and check any comments that you guys are doing. So yeah, this was like the last one I had, huh?
I was going to say, alternate candidate said that he really has to start paying closer attention to some of these micro builds that are really good. Tori was talking about how Rocco uses pieces that you wouldn't think for certain things. Steve said that mini monorail, woohoo. Alternate said the ship with the city and the construction crane was awesome.
Yeah, about like the random pieces too, man. I would definitely like to. It reminds me of
if it tells you anything, and I am salty about this, but if you know my castle is definitely not micro or mini. I got beat by a micro build for the best castle, which is insane to me, but whatever.
yeah, that was
Dude, you said that they did make a series where you get one Star Wars fig in a small build. It was called Micro Fighters.
That's funny, man. And Topic Brick says, I've recently finished making some micro builds. It's very enjoyable and challenging to recreate the shapes you want. Agreed. And so, yeah, that makes me think about something that, what Rich was just saying about that, because it is interesting to try and compare, something that's gigantic, you know what I mean, to something that's like a micro scale. Because I mean, I feel like, you easily want to go towards like saying that the gigantic build is definitely the more difficult one to do. You got tons more pieces.
Well, I mean, so
way more time.
Here's the thing about that though. If you're building a micro build, and this goes with any of them that I've ever seen, and I have seen an absolute ton.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times, no matter what kind of piece it is, it's a 1x1. So you're using a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 tile, a 1x1, brick or modified brick or something. And then you're using certain stuff to create kind of texture. So if you go back to some of the architecture series that Lego did, like the Empire State Building, they use those 1x2 vent pieces to create windows on the side of the Empire State Building. With the 1x1 modified bricks, like the headlight bricks, well, if you turn those sideways, it's still an attachment point and it becomes a window. The micro builds have a lot of it's harder to figure out what is going to work, but it's easier because you know what pieces you have available. If that makes sense.
Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to say before a comment, King Oldendorf, if you want to post that link, you totally can. Also, good morning to PNG Bricks. Thank you for being here. King says I hide from the ranting. I try not to rant too much on Good Morning Brick World. You guys can watch a live stream for that. Tori says the best part is how. Oh, good morning, Tori. I don't think I said good morning to you earlier. The best part is how micro builders use different pieces. Nothing like you think. Rocco does an amazing job. Yeah, we're gonna get to Rocco in a minute. That's a whole nother level. And I'm not talking about just techniques, but I'm talking about like the scale and size of that stuff. Let's see here. Quacksnap. Good morning to you. I definitely want to get into some micro building, and I will eventually. Because I feel like it's definitely challenging on a different type of level. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to use pieces and do a build that's
when some of the stuff I'm about to show you, you'll realize is absolutely insane of how you find out what piece to use.
Also, the thing that I noticed and again, we'll get to it, but the thing I noticed about Rocco's stuff, because I was like, wow, imagine if I did a micro city like that. I
was about to say his stuff is like the size of your city.
Right, but imagine how much more city you can get into it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now granted, yes, it's micro, but you do a good job with building it, and then people will know what's up. I mean, they'll be able to tell this and that, what's what. Let's see here. Alternating answers, the micro builds seem to put a set of challenges that require shaping and sculpting with minimum pieces, where minifigure scale allows more freedom to create shapes, just an outsider's perspective. Well, that's something we all know about Lego. The bigger you make it, the more detail you can put.
Yeah.
But it presents its own.
Like I said, both of them are very challenging.
Yeah. Look, there's a normal scale pretty much for Lego. I mean, it can vary, obviously, but there's a somewhat normal roundabout scale, you know what I mean, of normal Lego building. Once you go beyond that scale, whether it's bigger or smaller, yeah, that's when you got to start really using, especially with mocks, that's when you got to start using like, you know, more talent, more brain power, you know what I mean? Because I think it's
when it comes to a lot of the stuff anyway, especially like micro builds, if you ever want to get on a micro builds, you really need to look at what other people have done. And it goes the same for mocking. Like people think, I mean, my castle, yeah, I did design it myself, but that doesn't mean that I didn't go see how other people are doing certain things. Like, and the one thing I always like fall back on is trees. Building a Lego tree is absolutely the hardest and most simplest thing you could do at the same time. And there are so many different designs. And when people try to come up with their own and they have struggles of doing it and everything else, I'm like, well, Google Lego trees and see what people have done.
Yeah. And look, if I'm going to build a castle and let's say, you know, I see a technique of something that Rich used, you know what I mean? No, I'm not going to copy his mock.
I have.
But I'm saying like I might pull that technique, you know what I mean? Dude, because that's, you know, if there's certain things, depending, look, you got to use things at discretion. If there's certain techniques, you know, that you're using very, very, very closely or whatever, then you should really give credit to the person that invented it. But eventually it's Lego, first of all. We pull from each other, we inspire from each other, and then even then, it's getting less and less likely that anybody's going to make something completely new and original. I mean, it gets very difficult.
So a lot of stuff too, though, that people don't realize is if you come up with something, you have a very slim chance that you're the first one that came up with it. I had a lot of people that really liked the fact that I threw the Black Falcon insignia in the castle on the floor. And they were all talking about it. And they were like, yeah, but somebody's done it before, so you just copied them. And I was like, no, I didn't. And they were like, well, how'd you find out how to do it? I was like, I used the same creator that you do when you come up with all the mosaics. I was like, I put the image in there and just had a mosaic created out of it and seen I was like, because I knew how much space I could use.
Well, and plus, I mean, look, man, I tell you, some people, man, I swear they think they sit on some pedestal above everybody else. Because think about it, man. If you've got a castle, like castle is a big theme. So yes, there might be some techniques that you might not have seen, you know, unless you saw it from somebody else or something like that. But there's a lot of stuff. It's just gonna be similar, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like and this is something I've seen with the ideas program and stuff on Lego, or when Lego puts out a set that looks very similar, you know, to something else. Yes, there are definitely some times it looks like Lego definitely ripped them off. Other times, it's like they're doing the same IP. So what do you think it's going to look like? It's going to look like something somebody else did.
Captain America can only look like Captain America.
Yeah, I mean, but like if you were to do, you know, a mock from E.T., I mean, I feel like really there's only like a couple different scenes that are really going to be good.
Yeah, you're going to build the house.
The house, I mean, or I was going to say, or like when they're on the bike in front of the moon.
Yeah.
You know, there's only a couple different things that are going to really, you know, either translate or even look good. You know what I mean?
I mean, the perfect thing about that, like the top, is the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
You can only come up with like 3 scenes that people are really going to know that movie. And as long as you have the car in it, that's how they're going to know. I mean, if you built that clock, the city hall with the clock in the front, how many people are going to know that's Back to the Future if you don't put a DeLorean in it?
Right. So if you're doing a big castle and you got a big floor, it's not uncommon, dude, that people would put, you know, tile work and stuff on the floor, different patterns, different shapes. And if you're a heavy Black Falcon Army type person, man, it's not uncommon that you would have like that type of insignia on the floor. I mean, I don't know, dude. And even if you did do it and I saw you, who cares? What, did you patent it? What, you can't make a falcon on a floor? Dude, God, I wish people would say that stuff to me, dude. Oh, God. By the way, Quick Snap says, my favorite piecing for micro builds is the roller skate. Good call. That's a good piece. It's great for wheels on vehicles. Not only that, but it's great for details and other stuff. Yeah, I mean, chat, is there any other types of, you know, pieces that you think are very fascinating or interesting or just really all around great to use for
Well, the
microbuilding.
videos that I'm about to show you are going to blow your mind.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into this other person that builds this crazy stuff. By the way, hello to Fab Blondie's Bricks.
And if you
Good
don't
morning.
follow this guy, go to Instagram and follow him.
Just saw Cable City's comment. All right, so yes, definitely follow this person if you're into this microbuilding stuff. I mean, even if you're not really heavily into it, you should definitely follow him. Yeah,
So
check this stuff out.
that's not, now it is micro.
Yeah,
But that is definitely on a massive scale.
yeah, you'll eventually see some pictures of like him next to it and stuff, so you can kind of get a scale comparison. But like, dude, imagine you could sit there and look. Yeah, check this out. Where he's setting it all up, man. And from what Bearded Brix was talking about, like when he's doing all this stuff, like he puts on his headphones, I guess, and just
He's in the
out.
zone.
Yeah, and like, you just don't bother him. Like clearly. That's probably how I mean, that's kind of like how I was too, in a way, not as intricate as this guy, but like when I was setting up my stuff, man, I definitely had music playing a lot, with my headphones. The ideas submission looked great. It was the moon scene, quite iconic. Yeah. You don't accuse your neighbors of copying if your roof pitch is the same. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean,
it sounds like
exactly.
some of the copy Red Record creatives. Yeah, I know. Brick State says I did Black Falcons on the floor too with ingots, and I hadn't copied it from anyone. Just thought it was a good idea. Exactly, Craig. I mean, look, just some stuff. I mean, we're in the same type of field, like, you know what I mean. It's gonna happen.
But these builds that he do, like this right here, like the way that he comes up with how all this needs to be laid together. And what the connection points are.
And what is he building, like tiny mills plates, dude? It's crazy, dude.
It's like, so it shows how he structures everything. And he does glue stuff together. People all the time say stuff, but his stuff is literally commissioned and travels the world. So it doesn't.
Yeah, and look, man, it's your Lego. You want to glue it?
Yeah.
Glue it, dude.
I mean, look at that. That is beautiful.
Yeah, it is amazing, dude. I see. So you know how like even normal cities, you can sit there and look at them for hours, man. Can you imagine how long you could just sit here and look at all this, dude? It blows my mind. And I got to look into it more. See, like in like the scale of stuff, but I got to look into more too because I don't know what how many pieces he has in some of these things, man.
Oh, there's
because think about there must be way more.
If you ever go see when he displays, so he displays at Brick Universe every year. If you go look, he has like a thing in each, like a I forgot what, like a plaque that tells you how many hours he's got in it, how many pieces are in it, stuff like that. And you would be like, you're talking like the piece count of his builds are like triple of the castle.
Yeah, because they're so small.
Yeah.
So something else also I've noticed, I don't remember if I mentioned this during the meeting or not, but something else I noticed, this dude always has gloves on when he's building, man. Like he doesn't like fingerprints on his stuff.
Yeah, like I said,
look, this guy already, I mean, I don't know him.
He's professional.
But he looks he looks like he's a very meticulous person, very neat, very organized. You know what I mean? Almost the polar opposite of me. But it's just impressive. I mean, and it's inspiring. Dude, watching this.
Well, another thing that people got to realize too is most of all of us do Lego as a hobby. This is his job. I mean, this is what he does.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but it just definitely makes me want to like start trying to do some stuff like that.
See, the thing is too, is I know that it's massive scale when it's done, but I have no want to do anything this small.
I probably, now that I think about it, I probably wouldn't be able to do that good because my hands suck for the diabetes, man. Trying to mess with all these. Look at how little. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It's so amazing, dude. I love it. I mean,
he designs it all in studio.
Yeah. All right. And so, despite how gigantic all this stuff is, though, it is micro scale. Because micro scale isn't necessarily the size; it's the scale of the build. I I think.
Well, Rocco doesn't really do stuff in a certain. So all of his stuff is the same scale, but I don't know if you would technically consider everything he does micro scale. But like Camel City said, that if you put Mount Rushmore next to the Burj Khalifa, they're the exact same size and scale. So it's what it would be if it was beside each other in real life. And that's a whole nother, like, okay, if you call it micro builds and that's what you're wanting to do, that's a whole nother challenge. Like, I mean, they can't make the X-Wing the same size as comparison to like an AT-AT.
Right.
So if you imagine doing that in a much smaller scale.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we were talking about earlier about the definitions for some of the sizes of stuff, because like there's micro scale, then there's like midi scale. I don't know if there's something in between midi scale and just regular scale or not, but and then of course you've got stuff that's just.
I'm going to show you one
like
more
life size. We've had a few life size things, but that's stuff that like usually Lego themselves do. Like they make like one of the cars, or I think New York years ago they did the X-Wing. But yeah, I mean, the size of the stuff that Rocco does is just mind-boggling. Like again, what we were just looking at is like the size of like my table over here with my downtown area of the city. I mean,
so I'm going to show one more thing. This is another guy that I've met, and I've bought some of his sets. So he is a mock designer on like a whole nother level. Like, I mean, he has the ghost that everybody wants. There you go. Have fun buying it and have fun building it.
5,000 parts.
Yeah, 5,000 parts. But I mean, you see the scale of it. It's huge.
I wonder how much it would cost.
I've already talked about it. It's around like $900.
I would.
But when you start looking at some of his other stuff, he does a lot of like a micro scale. So like the micro. And then he there's a micro. Why does this website keep flipping out?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because it wasn't loaded. There it goes. But a micro AT-AT. And then I know that somewhere on here, on one of these pages, he has a whole entire it's the website loading. He has here's the Hammerhead Corvette, the Slave Ones. I mean, Command Crawler, First Order Command. I mean, and they're all the same scale.
Yeah, that stuff is so great.
So there's a ton of stuff. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a nice detailed one too, man. See, and that's what I mean. Trying to get all the details on something that's small is really.
I would much rather do any kind of architecture before I'd be trying to make Star Wars ships micro scale.
Yeah, I don't. As much as I love Star Wars ships, man, and I think some of them do look great micro scale, I don't like them as much as like architecture micro scale stuff. So let's see here. Brick says, but if I do find something that someone else does and I like the idea, I copy that. If it's in a vid, I credit them. Did that with my staircase, got it from another YouTuber. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously like the right thing to do if it's something, like that direct, or even if it's not that direct, it's just the idea and you just want to share it, I mean? That's, it's always a cool thing to do too. Alternate Candidate says, I could not build with gloves. I don't know if I could or not. I think I could sometimes, but I feel like a lot of stuff, especially when you're pressing things together, like it might grip the rubber.
Well, his thing too is you got to realize he's using glue.
Oh.
So he doesn't want to get that on his hands.
Oh yeah, I get that. I have no issue using rebrickable. I usually use them as a base in the redesign. Yeah, there's 2 rebrickables that I actually get ready to do here pretty soon. One's for Sesame Street, and the other one's for combining 3 of those noodle shops, those Creator 3-in-1s. So, because I have I've been like really studying my layout of the city, man, because I got 2 buildings coming here in like a couple weeks. One's a museum, one's the Avengers Tower. So I'm gonna put the Avengers Tower, I think, right here. I'm gonna move everything else down that way, and then I think on the other side, I'm putting the new museum. But you can see the Friends building I just got back there. So that's like the whole nother table. So that's where like Sesame Street and the noodle shop and I think the up house and all that stuff start going back there. I've also got that Friends Botanical Garden. I got a couple of those put together. Definitely have a lot of stuff to do with the city that I've been kind of slacking on during the summer. But then I got to start making the mock for Brick World. So
I thought about making one for Brick World. I keep toying with the idea of doing. Have you ever seen the movie Band of Brothers or Band of Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Or the show. You know, whenever they're coming up in the Tiger 2 tank is hid beside the building with all the camouflage like leaves and all over. It's called the Tiger 2 ambush.
No.
I think I might do that. I think I might build that scene out of Lego and just do it on like 2 48 by 48 base plates.
Right on. Depending on my table size, like I might have room. If maybe it's gonna need a little bit of space. Because my build, I think I can do it on one of the big base plates, but I might use 2. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Quick Snap says, I'm back. Now I have an English muffin. English muffins are good. Avengers Tower looks cool, but just a novelty to me. Way too big for my city. Would stand out in a bad way, towering over the rest of the buildings. Dude, there's a lot of talk about the tower. Good and bad. Some people are all down for it. Some people aren't. Some people kind of in the middle. Some people just don't care. Yeah, I don't know how to. I mean, one thing too with Lego that I think we all must deal with, unless you're just stupid rich, you just get what you want. But like we all got to pick and choose stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, and I still do. I wanted the Batwing, the big one that you can hang up. As a matter of fact, I want it even more now because I put some shelves up and I got the Batmobile on one of the shelves now. And like that Batwing would just look perfect right above it on the wall. But
what's going to be really funny is when you buy the Avengers Tower on Black Friday at full price and they discount it for Christmas.
I don't know how funny that's going to be, but you know.
Sorry, funny for me. For me.
I'm it's, I don't know, man. It's just like the modular, you know. We'll see. Hi, which noodle shop rebrickable? I don't know yet. Because I have 4 noodle shops, but I'm going to be sending one to Chef eventually. But just whatever one they have that looks good enough with 3. Yeah. The up house, I don't know if there's a rebrickable for it or not, but I got 2. And I was basically just going to kind of mirror them together, you know. And I even bought a stand for it that makes it look like the house is floating upwards. And I figured once I did that, I can maybe like make some plumbing or something underneath that looks like it's being torn apart or something like that. I don't know. I will say this. Still got a little ways to go because I got, like I said, the rest of the city to finish up over there. And then I got to do something with the other side over there. But beyond that, man, all my tables are going to be pretty full. And the only thing I'm trying to make sure I leave room for is to build the mountain with the train tunnel and all that stuff, you know. But I don't know, man. It's so weird. And I feel very fortunate. I always say this, but it's so weird to have this much space and I'm like running out of it. You know, it's like even like display space and shelf space and all that. So alternate says I have 3 noodle shots, been trying to decide how or if I'm going to combine into one modular. Yeah. What I don't understand is how people, I mean, basically how they can afford to buy like 2 to 4 modular buildings and like build those together. I know Hoosier is pretty famous for doing that.
There, a guy in my lug does that. Like he bought, I think it was 3 of the antique or the boutique hotels and just like copied the floors. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they look cool. You know, it makes your city look a little more unique and all that. Is Hive buying Avengers Tower next week? Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah, man, that's day one for me. I'll be there sometime in the morning. I'm trying to see. I know Brick Babe. We'll see if she can make it. She was talking about meeting me there. Whiskey, and I don't know if Hoarder 66 is out there, but if you all want to meet me in Arundel Mills on Friday, I'll be there. I can kind of like message you with time frames and stuff because we'll basically be coming back from the airport, and we're just gonna stop there on the way home. Well, not just on the way home, but on the way picking up the dog. But yeah, I'm gonna get the Avengers Tower and probably hit up the Pick a Brick Wall, build a minifig, that kind of stuff. See what kind of gift purchases to get and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely. Yep, I do have the day off. Oldendorf. I've got Thanksgiving and Black Friday off. So good stuff. Well, we are getting close to the end of the day or end of the show. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, if you guys wanted to enter the contest, I know we haven't really promoted that much this month, but there's just been a lot of stuff going on. But it's the same thing as last month's contest. It's just like I said, it's more of the fall. What is it, the fall Thanksgiving kind of theme?
Yeah, like a fall Thanksgiving, kind of the fall colors. Do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, the criteria is all the same from last month. That's what we're hoping like everybody will just get used to is every month the criteria will always be the same. It's just the theme will be different. That's all. Like I'm sure next month we're gonna have like a holiday, Christmassy type thing.
Next month will be Christmas. The only difference I'm changing next month is I want the minifigure to have to be a Santa Claus.
There you go. Santa. King says it sucks for everyone working retail as they have to work during Black Friday. Yeah, and look, I'm going to tell you this right now, King Ondref. It does suck. It does. But, and I know this is going to sound harsh, but that's just the way life is. My job for 20 some years, I worked multiple holidays throughout the year, and I didn't just work in retail. I was like unclogging, drain lines that were full of crap, or replacing somebody's water heater when they're freezing and angry at the world. And that's the job I chose. I could have got a different job if I wanted, and I do now. I don't really work on holidays anymore. So yeah, it sucks, man, but it's just the way things is. That being said, I do hope all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and Black Friday and whatever else you might be doing this holiday weekend, and definitely, be safe out there and have fun. Jude, a member for 31 months. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. You know what? Let's before we start talking about stuff, let me do a Devastator clip real quick. Let's do some Devastator. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate all of you members out there. That's why I do a giveaway for you all every single month. You know what I mean? I just really, really appreciate everything you do, along with the other different benefits that go with different tiers. As a matter of fact, Greg from London Bridge Bricks, he won the last member giveaway. I sent that off in the mail yesterday, so he should be getting that. Hopefully, won't be too long. I don't know how long it takes stuff to go through London, but yes, I appreciate all of you so much. You have no idea how much you help the channel. You keep things going. You make sure I can keep paying for StreamYard benefits and merch stuff and everything else that we do, gifts and giveaways and cost of shipping and everything else. So definitely appreciate everything all of you guys do. Message from the king. Like the stream. Yes, please. I keep forgetting to tell everybody to like this darn stream, man. Apparently, from what I've heard, it's one of the best things to help your channel, the stream, or whatever with the algorithm. So definitely please everybody like the stream for us. It helps us a lot. All right, Bearded Brix, what you got going on, man? You got anything you want to promote? Shout out.
I got a castle video coming out, and not this week, and probably not next week. But here soon, my live streams will be changing drastically.
So you guys did some talking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna say anything yet, like that's solid. But I do appreciate some people that did reach out as far as us looking for a host. Anybody that did reach out, I mean, by all means, I appreciate it. I love everybody for different reasons. But there's just there's not just certain, there's like a whole level of different criteria to be a host on the show. It has nothing to do with you personally. Because I don't want people to think that I pick people to be a host on this show just because like I'm friends with them or something like that. When it comes to this show, it's more of a business thing. So like I said, it's just, there are different criteria. It has nothing to do with you being either a good person or whether I like you or anything like that. It's just like, I mean, I have to like you. It's one of the criteria, but we have somebody that we definitely have in mind. It just me, Bearded Brix and Brick Babe have to do some discussing by ourselves. And I don't know, with the holidays coming up, in a few days, I don't even know. I don't think we're going to be able to have like a normal meeting or anything like that. So we probably won't be really mentioning anything for maybe a couple weeks yet. But I just want to put that in everybody's thoughts that we will have a fourth ringer around here pretty soon, probably. I say probably because, we're going to have that discussion. And one of them might be like, I wasn't really feeling that vibe. I like the guy. I just wasn't really feeling it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't really think there's going to be anything like that. So PNG says, I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, enjoys the time with family, friends, and find some time to build Lego. Have a great week, Hive and Bearded Brix. Later, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take it easy. Everybody be safe Thursday.
Yes.
And Friday and Wednesday and everybody that's traveling.
Yeah. And I want to say, before we end stuff about that, I want to add a little addendum to that about being safe. It's not just you being safe. Okay. Like this is something I've been teaching my kid about driving and stuff. You have to watch out for everybody else, man, because it's everybody else that can be unsafe about stuff. And you just don't know what people are going to do. So yeah, like when you're out there driving, and of course be safe, but like keep your eyes open. You know what I mean? Also, I know this is kind of an odd thing to say, but not just driving. Keep your eyes peeled, your ears open everywhere you're at. There's been a lot of crazy things going on in the world, and I don't want to just blame things on bad people. A lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are in need of things and stuff like that, which makes people desperate, and desperate people do crazy things. So there's just a lot of people in the world right now, man, are on edge. And I've seen a lot of things on the news where, whether it's people getting robbed, whether it's people getting, and this is something for me that I need to chill out on, is people getting into conflicts, like are arguing with total strangers, because you just don't know who you're arguing with, man. And it's usually when I'm driving. Like when I'm driving, man, if people cut me off, I'll yell out the window and stuff. But I know I should not be doing that because you just never know who you go make mad. You know what I mean? So that's what about being safe. Just be careful out there, man. There's a lot of good people, but there's just a lot of crazy people too. So alternate candidate says likes help push the show out to more viewers. Yes, they do. We appreciate it. Top of Bricks says fun stream. Thank you very much. Thank you, Top of Bricks. We appreciate you being here, man. Like I said, everybody, go check his whatnot stuff out. You got a lot of good stuff for sale and a lot of good videos too. Definitely check them out. Multicolours of Geek says have a happy Sunday. Alternate says drive defensively. Yes. King says, well then, time for me to find my Hobbit set. My backlog is I forgot what it is. Oh, I can't wait for that new Lord of the Rings set to come out soon too. That's gonna be good stuff. All right. As far as my kind of stuff goes, my content. I've got stuff I'm working on. I've been really slacking lately about putting like videos out. I've just had a billion things going on, but I do have a city update video coming. I'm just trying to learn this editing technique with title text revealing, like title revealing. I'm trying to learn how to do it right, so that's kind of put me a little off on that. I do have a weekend review getting ready to come out. Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm glad we got a couple minutes left.
oh.
Last night, I think Mrs. Hive and I saw a bunch of UFOs, dude. I know how it sounds. I got footage of the stuff, man. I should have told Mrs. Hive to pull over and stop because I'm like trying to film from the car. I can't explain it. Me and her were like trying to like it was like about a dozen orange lights, man. And we live next to like a base and stuff. We live next to Lockheed Martin and all this. We got like an National Guard and all that stuff. So we're like, oh yeah, it's got to be military jets and stuff. So like she slowed down, and dude, you can hear military jets. I've been around the Navy almost all my life, and there was about a dozen of them. Didn't hear shit. The amount, the speed that they were moving, it was crazy, man. I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm just glad I at least got some footage of it. I'll have it on the weekend review. Dude, I know I feel even weird saying it because I'm not like this tinfoil hat person, man. But sometimes it's just like you can't explain stuff. So, anyways, King says it's the drone. And look, we acknowledge Lockheed Martin is right next to us. And they build all kinds of crazy military craft. And my buddy worked as a janitor there. And he says, like, they have all these tunnels, like, underground. He says you can't even go through half of them. Like, there's, like, special clearance. But they come in for you, Brick Hive. Dude, if I disappear, man, look, Mrs. Hive's going to get me filmed. Like, some, like, aliens lifting me up in the air, man, filming me and stuff. Oh, my God. Meteor showers. No, it was perfectly rode. Like there was about 12 of them. They were coming up from the horizon, and they went all above, and then they went like disappeared from the horizon. And it was like about 12 of them, like orange lights, dude. That was another thing too. There was no blinking lights. We've never seen them like bright orange like that. It was so weird. God, I didn't think I was gonna end the stream, man. Just raving about UFOs and stuff. All right. Anyways, okay, everybody. Getting ready to end it. Just for those that don't know, for the members, we put we put all your names up on the outro to whatever background that I put at this particular week. So, all right, you guys, we appreciate you, and we will see y'all next week. Later.